So, Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. Now, I've been seeing this all over Facebook. I see an ad every time that the WWE puts up, or some, wrestling organization, puts up on Facebook. And, they're always talking about Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker. And to me, would it be a good match? Yeah. It'd be an interesting match to see. I'm sure it would be a good match, and I'm sure people would want to see it. But in my opinion, this match is pointless, and I will explain why. Okay, first of all, the streak is dead. It's done. It's been broken. It was broken by Brock Lesnar last year. And if the streak is broken, then why is The Undertaker still appearing at WrestleMania? I mean, I know people love him. I love The Undertaker. I mean, Undertaker is awesome, but I mean, what's there for him to do? I mean, it's 21-1. He's been beaten. What's the point of having him come back for another match? I mean, he just about can't take it anymore. His body can't take it. He's what, 50 years old now? Gonna be 50 this year? I mean, he's getting up there. He's getting too old for this. And again, I'm not disrespecting the Undertaker at all. And for big fans of Undertaker, I'm not saying anything against him. I'm just saying it's there's no point to it, now, because the streak is done. It's been broken. And I want to talk about that actually. And I know that it's been almost a year. I know I'm kind of late to the game in talking about this, but Brock Lesnar ending the streak. When I first heard about it, I was like, okay, I guess that's a good choice. I mean, who else could have done it? Who else? They hadn't built up anybody else to do it, and Brock Lesnar was really the only threat. Only guy to really do it. The only believable, the guy that you could believe could beat the streak. The only believable guy to beat it. So I was like, okay. But then later on, I thought about it some more, and I was like, well, wait a minute. This will have it won't affect Brock Lesnar in any way. I mean, yeah, he beat the streak, but he's not a full-time employee. He's not a young guy. Okay, he's only there part-time. So it's not going to do anything for the company going forward, for the future. And it's not going to do anything for Brock Lesnar either. So why did you have him beat Undertaker? And plus, Brock Lesnar doesn't even like the business. He doesn't even like the wrestling business. So now, then I was like, well, why the fuck did they give the streak to Brock Lesnar? And yeah, that's what I think now. That's what I think about it now. And I know that people are probably getting, some people anyways, are probably getting tired of hearing the whole, part-timer thing. But it's true. I mean, he is a part-timer. And I mean, if he, and another thing, him winning the world title and not defending it on every pay-per-view, that's bullshit. That really is. Mr. I can't defend the title of this pay-per-view because it won't fit into my schedule. I just don't want to do it. Okay, that's bullshit. If you're the world champion, you should be in the company, okay? Fuck Brock Lesnar for doing that. And fuck the WWE. Because how can you not have your world champion in the company? That's stupid. It's stupid. That's just it. But anyways, yeah, that's my little rant on Brock Lesnar. And if there's any if fans of Brock Lesnar, if you like him, that's fine. But I don't. I mean, yeah, he's sure he's had some good matches since he's came back to the company, but in my opinion, he's an overrated piece of shit. Who doesn't give a crap about the business. So I mean, he doesn't care about the fans. I mean, he proved that at WrestleMania 20. So why should I care about him? I don't know. But anyways, getting back to Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. Yeah, the streak is already broken. There's no point in doing the match. There's no point at all. It would be a nice match to see it at WrestleMania. It'd be a nice feud, But now that the streak is broken, it would just mean a lot less. And thinking about that, Bray Wyatt would have been one of the perfect guys to end the streak, actually. I mean, you talk about, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, I mean, Daniel Bryan, I mean, Cesaro, those guys. I mean, I'm not saying that they couldn't have beaten the streak, but Bray Wyatt has the character and he has the wrestling ability to do it because, he kind of has that same, not supernatural, the creepy supernatural gimmick that Undertaker has, but he has the evil, psycho character, or however you want to put that. And he could have used that to mess with Undertaker's mind and say, Undertaker's not who he used to be. He's not the man he used to be, and I'm going to end the streak, or something like that. He could have used it to play mind games with the Undertaker. That would have been a really interesting storyline. But, of course, no, we can't do that. We can't give it to a young guy. We can't give it to, a guy who works full-time for the company, and it might actually help him going forward, for the future, like 5 years down the road. No, we're just going to give it to a guy who only makes a few appearances in the WWE, who doesn't give a shit about the wrestling business, and who holds the world title and doesn't even defend it, at some of the pay-per-views. Who could care less. So, that's, you can bitch about it all we want, but it's not going to change anything. But even still, that was stupid. I mean, looking back on it, it was really stupid. But yeah, that's that. I don't see any point in doing Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker. I don't see the point in it. It's not that I wouldn't like to see it or that I wouldn't want it to happen, but I just don't really see the point in it, other than getting a good storyline out of it and a good match, a decent match. If Undertaker can, still go, which the past few WrestleManias he's been kind of gassed out. He kind of gassed out pretty early in the matches, but and another thing, I think they need to just let Undertaker retire. Just let him go. I mean, just let him walk off into the sunset. I mean, the guy's been doing this for over 20 years. I mean, and the WWE, they need to quit relying on part-timers. I know the whole part-timer thing again, but they do. I mean, seriously. They need to quit relying on part-timers and start coming up with ideas on their own. And start using their own talent instead of relying on guys like Chris Jericho, Undertaker, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, all these, I'm trying, those guys. I'm sure there's a few more, but quit relying on guys like, guys that had their time, 10 years ago. Quit relying on them to come back. 10, 15 years ago, quit relying on them to come back. And just so WrestleMania will get some buys, just so there can be some genuine excitement for WrestleMania. Because, let's be honest, the matches that don't have the part-timers in them, have any of those matches really mattered? I mean, have they really been that big? Not really. I mean, not that I can think of. There might have been a few, but yeah, that's my opinion on all that. I mean, I'd like to see Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker, but to me, there's no real point in it at this point. I mean, would it be nice for Bray Wyatt to get a win over Undertaker at WrestleMania? Yeah, it would do a lot for him, but it wouldn't. It's not going to mean nearly as much because the streak's not on the line. If Bray Wyatt had broken the streak, that would have done a lot for him, but it's too late now because they decided to give it to Brock fucking Lesnar. So, anyways, that's it. I'm done ranting. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.